What you are looking at right now is a Facebook page.
Hooray!
And in today's tutorial video, we're going to show you step by step the fundamental things you need to do to successfully set up a Facebook page. Now, just before we get going with today's tutorial video, consider subscribing if you are new to the channel, and don't forget to tap that bell icon to receive all the Facebook and Instagram tutorials and tips from this channel. And with that out the way, let's get into it. To get started with setting up a Facebook page, we first need to be logged into Facebook altogether. From here, we want to navigate over to the left-hand menu bar underneath our personal profile picture, and we want to click on the See More button. Once we have clicked on the See More button, we want to scroll down until we can find the Pages section. From here, we want to click on the Pages section, and this is now going to take us through to the pages which we manage here on Facebook. However, we want to create a new page. In order to do that, we want to click on Create New Profile or Page. Once we have done this, we can either create a personal profile or a public page. In this instance, we want to click on Public Page and then click on Next. You will now receive a little bit of information here about what the page can do, such as giving you insights and allowing you to assign accesses and getting professional tools. We want to look at that stuff a bit later on. Let's just go to Get Started. So you can see here, we are now in the shell section of the Facebook page creation, and there are a couple of different things that we need to do in order to successfully set up the page. The first one is we need to give the page a suitable and appropriate name. Now, this might be your business name if you are setting up a page for your business, or it might be a page which is dedicated to something else. So in this example, we are selecting Stuart Macadam marketing videos. So my name and the exact offering that I am giving. We also want to go to the category now. So if you are a business consultant or a business service, then you want to just type in business until you see the drop down section and find the appropriate niche. If you are struggling to decide on what niche that you are offering, you can just find the closest possible one available based on the options. So in this example, I'm going to select educational consultant, and we will just enter in a quick bio as well. This is really important. Even though it's optional, it is really good to have a bio in your Facebook page description because it allows search engines and also people searching in the Facebook search bar to find you as a business or a page. So I have now just entered in a bio and I've given a quick description as to what exactly I do. Now, as a business page, you want to do a similar thing and identify your core services, no more than one paragraph to begin with. Once we have entered that information in, we can go to the next section, which is the blue button for Create Page. Now we can see here that Stuart Macadam Marketing Videos has now been established, which is really exciting for us. So obviously the next thing that we want to do is start completing the information which is in this section right here. And we can see at the bottom that the page health currently needs a little bit of work, which is understandable because we haven't yet entered any information beyond the name of the page and what we do. So the first thing we want to do is fill in all of the contact information and location of your particular business or organization. So let's enter in the website page that we want to direct people to. This might be a homepage for your business or organization, or it might be a dedicated page like the one I've selected here. From here, you then want to enter in your contact phone number. And the great thing about Facebook is that they have got all of the countries and territories in the world. You just do a quick search for your particular country and then you enter in your dedicated phone number. And after that has been confirmed as a valid phone number, we can go down to the next section and enter in the email address for our business or organization for people to contact us on if they want more information. So in this example, we are entering in info@stuartmacadam.com because that's the email that I am using for my marketing video tutorials. As we scroll down here, if you are a in-store business, you've got a brick and mortar shop on a main road or in a physical place, you can enter in the main address. So you could enter in, for example, 25 Airborne Road, for example, and then you could select the dedicated town or city that is in. But in this example, we are just a virtual business, so we don't need to enter in the actual address. We will enter in the town and city though. Now, the final section is very important for people to select because it will allow you to show up based on this particular information, which is the opening hours. So if you are an online business and you're always open, we select that option until the blue check mark appears next to it. If you are open at selected hours, let's say, for example, you are a standard 9 to 5 shop. Let's open up the one of the tabs for the Monday, and we just want to select 9 o'clock and then closing at 5 o'clock. And let's select that one. And then all you need to do if you are open at these dedicated hours from Monday to Friday is just complete it for the remaining days of the week down the bottom here. Now you'll see a blue plus mark next to it. What this is then going to do is it will allow you to select opening hours at another time. So for example, if you are a restaurant that is closed for a couple of hours in between lunch and dinner, for example, you can then go and say that you are open at other hours during the day, let's say from 7 to 10 because you need a 2-hour break. You can then click on the save button, and what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to select those hours which you are open at, and that's a really cool feature because it allows people to get a complete look at your operating hours. However, in my example, I'm going to revert back to the always open button, and then we're going to go click on next. And in this section here, we are beginning to customize our page a little bit more. And that begins with adding a profile picture and a cover photo. It's important to remember the difference between the two. The cover photo is the big rectangular photo in the background, whilst the profile picture is the grey and white circle image that we have in the middle. And it is quite a simple process to upload a photo to either one. We just want to make sure that we click on the plus button, and that will then open up the files that we have on our computer, and we can then select dedicated images. So let's just select an image for each one. So as you can see, I have just added 2 photos in, which is the profile picture in the middle and then the cover photo up at the top. If we want to reposition the cover photo, we can drag it on the left-hand menu bar right here until we have got the alignment which we are happy with. And right underneath that, we also have the chance to add a call to action button. So if we want people to engage with us in a particular way, we can select this. So let's click on try it, which is customizing the button. And you have the opportunity to select which call to action button is the most suitable for your business. You'll see on many pages, send message is the default one that is selected for you. However, if you want to have people book a meeting with you or they want to start an order if you are a restaurant, those options are available as well. In this example though, we're happy with the send message button. So let's just select that one and click on next. And this is now going to be confirmed once we click on the save button. And you will see shortly that the message button has now appeared on the right hand menu bar right there. And once we have done this, we can now see that our page health has increased from poor to fair, and we want to click on the next button. Here you have an opportunity to connect WhatsApp to your page. This does take a little bit of time, and we are not going to focus on this today, mainly because it is not something that most people are interested in connecting. So let's just click on skip. Now from here, we have an opportunity to build our page audience and invite friends to come and like and follow our page. If you are just getting started with your business page or organization, it is a great way to get an early win and have people following your content, particularly people who know you well. However, in this example, we're going to click on next and go through to the next section. And this gives you a chance to stay informed about your page. Now, this is really important if you are wanting to provide timely responses to people who leave comments, send you messages, and want to find out more about what you offer. If you have got booked appointments as your call to action button, it's also super important to make sure you're getting those notifications in a timely manner. You can also get marketing and promotional emails too. However, we generally find that for beginners, just getting page notifications is the most important starting point. And we can see here our page health has now increased to good, so that's really awesome. We are now going to click on the Done button. And congratulations, you have successfully set up your Facebook page. Now, of course, things are not always start and finish once you have clicked that final button. So if you need access to important things, you can access it here on the left-hand menu bar. And if you can't see something that is important to you, you can always click on the professional dashboard, and that is going to give you the opportunity to have a look at important insights, content, monetization, and the All Tools button, which gives you access to a whole range of things, including page access. So you can invite people to become page admins or content managers on your page. You can also access the monetization section and all of the content features as well. So it's a really cool endpoint for this tutorial. If we go back to the home page, I'm just going to leave it there, everybody. Thank you so much for watching today's tutorial. I hope you got a huge amount of value out of it. Look, if you've got any questions about the Facebook page setup or any other features or accesses you're having trouble with, leave a question down below on this video, and have a wonderful day, everybody.